Have you ever wondered about the ancient tales that shaped civilizations? Tamil literature, one of the oldest and richest in the world, is brimming with legendary epics that have endured through the ages. Among these, the Seevagan the Mani stands tall as one of the 5 great epics of Tamil literature, penned by the Jain monk Thiruthakka the Var. This isn't just a tale of war and adventure, it's a profound journey of wisdom, virtue, and the ultimate quest for truth. Embark with us as we travel back in time to witness the extraordinary journey of Seevagan, a prince destined for greatness. Picture this. A long time ago, in a faraway land called Tamil Nadu, there existed a mesmerizing kingdom. This realm was renowned for its rich culture, vibrant traditions, and the harmonious way of life of its people. Blessed with natural beauty and abundant resources, it was nothing short of a paradise on earth. Envision lush green fields stretching endlessly, where dedicated farmers toiled with love, cultivating crops that sustained the entire kingdom. These fields were a testament to the people's hard work and resilience, who revered and nurtured the land. Imagine sparkling rivers meandering through the land, providing life-giving water for the fields and the people. These rivers were more than just sources of sustenance, they held deep spiritual significance, with many believing they were blessed by the gods. The air was filled with the sweet scent of jasmine flowers, their fragrance symbolizing purity and love. Gardens brimming with these delicate blooms were a common sight, adding to the kingdom's enchanting allure. The people of this kingdom were celebrated for their wisdom and bravery. They marked numerous festivals with great enthusiasm, showcasing their rich cultural heritage. Traditional music and dance were integral to their celebrations, fostering joy and unity among the people. At the heart of this kingdom stood a magnificent palace, crafted from sparkling white stone. This architectural marvel was a testament to the kingdom's prosperity and the artistic prowess of its craftsmen. In the heart of ancient Tamil Nadu, King Simhadathan had a beautiful wife, Queen Annavayar. Renowned for her grace and kindness, she was adored by the people. Though the king and queen were happy, they yearned deeply for a child to share their love and kingdom with. As years slipped by, their wish remained unfulfilled, casting a shadow over their hearts. The king and queen turned to the gods, performing sacred rituals and acts of kindness, hoping for a miracle. Their hope never wavered, for they believed in a higher plan that would one day bless them with a child. One fateful night, Queen Annavayar had an extraordinary dream. In this dream, the radiant goddess Lakshmi appeared before her. Lakshmi, the revered goddess of wealth and prosperity, and the protector of children. With a divine smile, Lakshmi blessed the queen, foretelling that she would soon be blessed with a son. The queen awoke, her heart brimming with joy and anticipation, and soon, her dream became a reality. She gave birth to a healthy baby boy, a true blessing. The entire kingdom erupted in joyous celebration. The king proudly named his son Seevagan, meaning ocean of goodness. Seevagan grew up to be an exceptionally smart and endlessly curious child. He had an insatiable love for stories and a deep thirst for knowledge about the world. His kindness knew no bounds, extending from the palace staff to the animals in the royal gardens. A quick learner, Seevagan excelled in his studies, always eager to absorb new knowledge. He trained rigorously to become a skilled warrior, mastered the art of playing musical instruments, and honed his skills in diplomacy, impressing even the wisest elders. But what truly set Seevagan apart was his unwavering kindness and his strong sense of justice. He always stood up for what was right, fearlessly voicing his beliefs, even if it meant challenging others. One fateful day, a wise old man, a wandering sage, arrived at the palace. His presence was immediately felt by everyone around. The air seemed to carry a sense of calm and wisdom as he walked through the grand entrance of the ancient Tamil Nadu palace. The sage, with his long white hair and flowing beard, was a figure of great reverence and respect. His eyes, though aged, sparkled with the light of knowledge and experience. He had traveled far and wide, seeking knowledge and sharing his wisdom with those he met along the way. His journey had taken him through dense forests, across vast plains, and over towering mountains. Each step he took was a testament to his dedication to learning and teaching. He had long white hair and a flowing beard. His appearance was not just a sign of his age but also a symbol of the countless experiences and lessons he had gathered over the years. The lines on his face told stories of joy, sorrow, triumph, and defeat, Each wrinkle was a chapter in the book of his life, filled with invaluable insights and wisdom. He had traveled far and wide seeking knowledge and sharing his wisdom. His journey was not just a physical one but also a spiritual quest. He sought to understand the mysteries of life and the universe, and to share his understanding with those who were willing to listen. His travels had taken him to remote villages, bustling cities, and serene temples. Everywhere he went, he left a lasting impact on the people he met. The king invited the sage to stay at the palace as a guest. The king, known for his wisdom and fairness, recognized the value of the sage's knowledge. He believed that the sage's presence would bring great benefit to the palace and its inhabitants. The sage was given a place of honor and treated with the utmost respect. The king himself often sought the sage's counsel on matters of state and personal dilemmas. Seevagan, the young prince, was immediately drawn to the sage's wisdom and knowledge. He had always been curious about the world beyond the palace walls, and the sage's stories opened up a whole new realm of possibilities for him. The prince found himself spending hours in the sage's company, eager to learn and absorb as much as he could. He spent hours listening to the sage's stories and learning about the world beyond the palace walls. The sage spoke of distant lands, diverse cultures, and the universal truths that connected all of humanity. He taught Seevagan about the importance of empathy, understanding, and compassion. The young prince was fascinated by the sage's tales and the profound lessons they contained. The sage taught Seevagan about the importance of honesty, fairness, and kindness. He explained that these virtues were the foundation of a just and harmonious society. The sage emphasized that true leadership was not about wielding power, but about serving others and making decisions that benefited the greater good. Seevagan began to see his role as a prince in a new light, understanding that his position came with great responsibility. He told him that true strength wasn't about physical power, but about having the courage to stand up for what's right. The sage shared stories of great leaders and heroes who had changed the course of history through their unwavering commitment to justice and truth. He encouraged Seevagan to be brave and to always follow his conscience, even when faced with difficult choices. Seevagan was deeply touched by the sage's words. He felt a profound sense of purpose and a desire to make a positive impact on the world. The sage's teachings resonated with him on a deep level, inspiring him to think about his future and the kind of leader he wanted to become. He realized that his purpose in life was to use his position and abilities to help others. Seevagan understood that his privilege as a prince came with the duty to serve his people and to work towards creating a just and equitable society. He felt a renewed sense of determination and commitment to his role. He promised to dedicate his life to seeking truth and upholding justice. Seevagan made a solemn vow to live by the principles the sage had taught him. He pledged to be a fair and compassionate leader, to always act with integrity, and to use his power for the greater good. The sage's wisdom had not only enlightened him, but had also set him on a path of righteousness and service. As Seevagan grew older, he couldn't ignore the whispers of unfairness and suffering beyond the palace walls. Tales of dishonest officials exploiting the poor reached his ears, igniting a fire within him. He discovered the relentless wars waged by neighboring kingdoms, driven by greed and a thirst for power. With a heart full of resolve, Seevagan decided to embark on a transformative journey. He yearned to witness the world firsthand and experience life beyond the palace's grandeur. Though his parents were anxious about their only son's safety, they bestowed their blessings upon him. They believed in Seevagan's noble heart and his unwavering determination to bring about change. During his epic journey, Seevagan faced countless trials that tested his very soul. He ventured into forests teeming with wild beasts and navigated treacherous terrains that few dared to cross. Along his path he confronted corrupt rulers who wielded their power with an iron fist, oppressing their people mercilessly. The heart-wrenching cries of the poor and oppressed echoed in his ears, fueling his determination. Yet Seevagan's resolve never wavered. His purpose remained as clear as ever. With unmatched strength and wisdom, he fought against every injustice he encountered, leaving a mark wherever he went. He overthrew tyrants, rescued the helpless, and restored peace to the lands he touched, becoming a beacon of hope for all. Stories of Seevagan's unmatched bravery and boundless compassion spread like wildfire. People began to see him as a beacon of hope, a hero destined to liberate them from their suffering. He became the embodiment of hope for the oppressed and a shining paragon of justice for all. Wherever Seevagan journeyed, he was met with overwhelming love and admiration. Villagers lined the streets, eager to catch a glimpse of their beloved prince. They showered him with flowers, chanting his name with reverence and joy. Humbled by their unwavering love, Seevagan vowed to dedicate his life to their well-being, igniting a spark of curiosity and hope in every heart. Gap 3S. As Seevagan continued his journey, he encountered various challenges that tested his courage and resolve. The first of these trials was a treacherous forest, known to be inhabited by fierce and cunning beasts. The dense foliage and the eerie silence of the forest made it a daunting task to navigate. But Seevagan, with his unwavering spirit, pressed on. Each step he took was filled with determination, his eyes scanning the surroundings for any signs of danger. In the heart of the forest, he came across a massive, ancient tree with sprawling roots and a gnarled trunk. It was said that this tree held the wisdom of the ages and that those who sought its counsel would find the strength to overcome any obstacle. Seevagan approached the tree with reverence, placing his hand on its rough bark. As he did, he felt a surge of energy coursing through him, filling him with renewed vigor. But the forest was not without its dangers. Suddenly, he was confronted by a pack of wild beasts, their eyes glowing with a fierce hunger. Seevagan stood his ground, his heart pounding in his chest. Drawing his sword, he faced the beasts with unwavering courage. The battle was fierce, but Seevagan's skill and determination saw him through. One by one, the beasts fell, and the forest seemed to grow quieter, as if acknowledging his victory. Emerging from the forest, Seevagan found himself at the edge of a vast desert. The scorching sun and the endless expanse of sand presented a new challenge, but Seevagan's resolve remained unshaken. He journeyed through the desert, his mind focused on his goal. The harsh conditions tested his endurance, but he pressed on, driven by the prophecy that had been revealed to him. Finally, after days of relentless travel, Seevagan reached an ancient temple, its majestic structure standing tall against the horizon. This temple was said to be the gateway to the ultimate truth, a place where only the worthy could enter. As he stood before the grand palace-like temple, Seevagan felt a sense of awe and anticipation. He knew that this was just the beginning of his trials, that the path ahead would be filled with even greater challenges. Narrator. But this was only the beginning. What challenges await Seevagan? Will he discover the ultimate truth of life? Visuals fade to black. Narrator, find out in part 2. Like, share and subscribe for part 2. One evening, as Seevagan rested after a long day of travel, he found solace under the shade of a grand ancient tree. The sun was setting, casting a golden hue over the landscape, and the air was filled with the gentle whispers of the wind. It was a moment of peace, a rare respite in his otherwise arduous journey. As he closed his eyes, he heard the soft rustling of footsteps approaching. Opening his eyes, he saw a group of women dressed in simple yet elegant ancient attire, adorned with traditional jewelry that glimmered in the fading light. They moved with an ethereal grace, their presence both calming and intriguing. He met a group of wandering oracles. These women were believed to have the gift of seeing the future. Their eyes held an intense and mysterious gaze, as if they could see beyond the veil of time itself. They began to perform ancient rituals, their movements synchronized and purposeful, creating an aura of mysticism around them. They surrounded Seevagan, their faces illuminated by the flickering firelight. The circle of women had knowing expressions, their eyes shining with a mysterious knowledge that seemed to pierce through his very soul. It was as if they could see the threads of destiny woven around him. In hushed voices, they spoke of a prophecy. Their words were like a gentle breeze, carrying secrets of the past and future. They spoke of a time when the world would change, when a great leader would rise to unite the fractured lands. This prophecy foretold the rise of a great king, a leader who would be a descendant of the gods themselves. This king would bring about a new era, a time of unparalleled peace and prosperity. The vision of a grand ancient Tamil kingdom, with majestic palaces and a royal aura, filled Seevagan's mind. The oracles described the king as a figure of divine heritage, a descendant of the gods, who would stand before ancient temples and be revered by all. The carvings on the temple walls seemed to come alive in Seevagan's imagination, depicting the gods bestowing their blessings upon this chosen one. Seevagan listened carefully, his heart pounding in his chest. The weight of their words settled upon him, and he felt a strange connection to the prophecy. Could it be that he was the one they spoke of? The thought both thrilled and terrified him. His heart pounded in his chest as he pondered the possibility. The intensity of the moment was overwhelming, and he placed a hand over his heart, feeling the rapid beats. The oracle's words echoed in his mind, and he couldn't shake the feeling that his life was about to change forever. Could he be the king that the prophecy spoke of? The question lingered in his mind, filling him with a sense of purpose and determination. He looked into the distance, his eyes filled with hope and resolve. The path ahead was uncertain, but he knew he had to follow it. He realized that his journey was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning. The road ahead was long and fraught with challenges, but he was ready to face them. With a newfound sense of purpose, he set out on his journey once more, determined to fulfill his destiny. He had a destiny to fulfill, a destiny that was beyond his wildest dreams. The horizon beckoned him, and he walked towards it with unwavering determination. The whispers of destiny had set him on a path that would change the course of history. But this was only the beginning. What challenges await Seevagan? Will he discover the ultimate truth of life? Standing on a cliff, looking out at the vast landscape before him, Seevagan felt a surge of confidence. He was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With a determined look, he embraced his destiny, ready to become the great king foretold by the prophecy. Like, share, and subscribe for part 2.